generational poverty. The one where the people them did a fix the bridge. I want you remind who they are. Remind them who never come a class last night.
Shift bridge in the community after it was again destroyed by heavy rain. Krista Campbell has this primetime news follow-up.
Rebuilding after the storm. Residents of Bushy Park in St. Catherine are back at it again, repairing the makeshift bridge they built after Hurricane Beryl washed away the original structure 4 months ago in July. They used the parts of the previous makeshift structure they were able to salvage when Tropical Storm Raphael bore down on the island last week.
Yesterday, we start from early, pull up the bridge and get it out. And after we do that, we start pull it up and well it up and thing. So yesterday evening we finished and we soon cross it. So now we're trying to do the foot them and everything, you know. Yeah, man, we try to do the foot them to get it more firmer.
And while they say they'll have to wait for another bout of heavy showers to prove the strength of the bridge, they hope raising it 4 feet higher will make it less likely to be washed away again.
When the water come now, we are trying to make it break down again. So we're lifting it up in the air to make the water can pass through. You can see that.
It's a delicate walk across the newly rebuilt structure for the old and young alike, including students returning to school for the first time since last Tuesday.
Because the water washed through the bridge and we never have the access to come out of the community, otherwise from around the other side of the road, which, you know, the residents of the community can't really afford it sometimes because it costs too much, $500 per trip.
And so an urgent appeal for even a temporary structure like a Bailey Bridge.
I have school at both high school, basic school, all workers where do 9 to 5, where depend on this bridge where you see we are infrastructure right now. So with this tear down and the alternative road is bad, really started.
I feel distant from a friend and thing, you know, and to see other people from the other side of the community, other side of Bushy Park school, yeah, make you feel left out, you know.
We'll have a Bailey Bridge. So you could have even give a Bailey Bridge at this present moment for even car, van can traverse on it. The bigger truck, then we can like fall feeding and other heavy duty can take the back road.
But that back road or alternative route, they argue, is a lonely, dangerous farm road.
Yeah, cow, all quality things that travel around this. You road that like midnight. Even God's faith will come for that road that night. That's how bad it is.
Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
Doctor, tonight, Jamaica, I'm going to spend some time talking about the state of affairs in the Old Harbor area. I think that the people in that area have been neglected for years, and we want to hear the perspective from the opposition who is there. What is happening? Producer, can you bring in my guest, please? So tonight I have decided to bring Dr. Kurt Waul. Is Dr. Waul there, producer? He should be there. He should be there. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment, Jamaica. Students, where are my people? Only 5,300 penny there tonight. I will go on. Something I keep? I'm not getting him. Not getting him, Jamaica, but oh, tonight is a football night. So no really go stadium go waste no time. All right, well, you must still have a little bit of patriotism. You must still have a little bit of patriotism. America playing. That's why I wonder which part my student them there.
Ghana match.
You know Ghana match we go get disappointed.
Thank you, Lord.
One such man go the match, you know, the team must lose, you know. One such man, no, him not go the match tonight. Him there, him a campaign. Him not go the match tonight, so Jamaica might stand a chance. But him ever, if him ever touch the button, and Taylor, him there the match. Lord Jesus, from him there the match Jamaica that can't good.
Last score what?
The
last score.
If him go on the match, you know, hear Mr. Marsh did say, if him visit you at the hospital, you know, if him touch you at the hospital and visit you, you know, and put it hand by you, you mark for death, you know. My God, only same day the match.
Last score we under one now. So we don't know.
Lord Jesus. So me know say they
Ask the score.
them say the last scorer one love, but my God. Me don't know that already, Jamaica. Me not spend my time. When come a partner. So tonight we journey to Old Harbor to see the situation that is happening. Good night, Dr. Kurt Waul.
Good night, Teacher Stevens.
Oh, I'm Teacher Stevens. So can you tell Jamaica tonight who is Dr. Kurt Waul?
Yes, and good night to the listeners also. So, Dr. Waul is a homegrown St. Catherine man, you know, originally from Old Harbor Bay. But I've lived in many years in the parish, but I'm from Old Harbor Bay, and I'm currently living in Southwest St. Catherine in Spring Village. You know, I went to school here. I went to university at Mona, and I came back right after university, and I did my internship at the Spanish Town Hospital, where I spent over 7 years there. So because I wanted to come back to give service to the people inside my parish, so I opted to come back to Spanish Town after completing university. And, you know, after completing my internship and work at the Spanish Town Hospital, I opened my own private practice in the capital, Spanish Town, where I would have people from all over the parish who wanted to see me could have access to come there. And, you know, I spent a number of years in private practice. And then I started some politicking. I was always involved in politics as an activist. But I became more involved in politics when the late Comrade Kippy Mears was the caretaker for this constituency. And I started out as the treasurer for the Old Harbor Bay division.
Yes.
And I was also a part of his executive. And we were doing some good work together. That was prior to 2020, the election in 2020. He was about to run back again because he originally ran the previous election, which I think was 2016. And he lost, and he was campaigning to run back again. And then he died suddenly, you know. And you know, everybody looked up at me as the one who should be his natural successor.
Okay.
So, you know, at the time, I was I can't say I was 100% ready, but I was a part of the system, and you know, and everybody was looking at me and saying, you know, you are the right one to take over. And I must say, Comrade Mears was doing an excellent job, right? And you know, I took the seat in 2019. I had only 1 year to campaign, but he did a lot of the groundwork. He did a lot of work to set the executive together and put things in motion.
Yes.
But I think 1 year was a real short time for me to get to know the people well. But I did my best, and we ran. You know, COVID was during that time, and the PMP had a disastrous loss. But
oh yes.
But I did not pack up and leave. You know, I stayed there. I think the election was the Thursday, September the 3rd. I remember so clearly. Thursday, September the 3rd, and by the Friday, I had my town criers out thanking the people for who voted for me, and by the Sunday, I held a party for everybody all the comrades and everybody who supported me to come along, and I promised them that I would not leave. I would continue on the journey to ensure that Southwest St. Catherine would get the leader that it deserved. So,
how many years has Southwest St. Catherine been under the leadership of the Jamaica Labour Party?
And I tell you, Southwest St. Catherine has a checkered history. You know, the late Ruddy Lawson, he had this constituency. He did 3 terms, right? He lost it in 1980, and he came back and he won it in 1989. He gave it up in 97, when Jennifer Edwards took over. And unfortunately, she lost in 2022. And then the current member of parliament.
2002.
Yeah, 2002. So the current member of parliament has been the member of parliament consecutively since 2002. But he was also the member of parliament in 1980. So he had, I think he did 2 terms. But he was beaten by Ruddy Lawson, he was beaten by Jennifer Edwards, but he stayed on, and he took back the position in 2002, and he has been winning since that time.
So from 2002 to 24, how much years is that? About 22 years?
22 years consecutively, and probably a 3-year stint prior to that. So he has been the member of parliament for over 25 years, you can say.
What is the situation with the people of, well, so can you give me an idea of the different areas that make up the Olaba?
Well, as you know, Southwest St. Catherine is divided into 4 divisions, right? You have the Church Pen division, and that was the video that you showed. The people in Bushy Park, they live in the Church Pen division. That's the most eastern part of the division. So if you're coming in from Kingston, that is the first area you will come upon.
Okay.
And then you have the central division, which is the Wolaba town, which is what people call Wolaba. But that division is called Wolaba Central. And then if you go to the north, to the hills, like you're going to the northern end of the parish, you come upon Wolaba North, and then you have Wolaba South, which is where I'm the current councillor for. And that is on the coastline, the Wolaba Bay, Boodles, and those areas.
You captured from them?
Yes, that was the one I took from them.
Oh, so you're now a councillor?
Yes, I'm now the sitting councillor for Wolaba South.
So let us get in the politics. I hear say the member of parliament down there don't deal with you. Talk up the things then.
Well, it was there on TV and social media for everyone to see. Immediately after I won the division, he came out and he said that he was unwilling to work with a PMP councillor, and he was unwilling to let that councillor spend any money that was due to that councillor coming properly through him or through a ministry. You understand? So people may not understand how this works, but he may not get the money directly. But if he is the sitting member of parliament and they are in government, they can withhold resources that should be coming into my division You understand? And it's happening right now as I speak. It's happening right now.
What is that man withholding from you, Miss Dr. Waul?
Well, look at it. If you look at it, when Hurricane Beryl came recently, right?
Yes.
Waul Harbour South is one of the divisions that were impacted the most because we're a coastal division and the hurricane just landed just westernly of Waul Harbour South. So we got a big hit. And Waul Harbour South as one of the gems in Jamaica, and that's the Waul Harbour Bay fishing beach.
Village and all of that.
Right, exactly. And that fishing village is the largest fishing village in the entire Caribbean. Right,
really?
A lot of people fly their trade there. We have a market. We have the fisher folks. Everybody is there, and I tell you, up to 90% of the fishermen there lost their fish pots. Probably more than 50% of them had damage to their boats and probably nets and all of that fishing equipment. And I hear the Minister of Agriculture every day on radio and TV saying how much money they give out, 120 million for this, 120 million for that. And they came down to Waul Harbour Bay and they took names of all the fishers. And I don't know if somebody got it and is hiding it from me, but as far as I can see, no one benefited from any form of government assistance.
So you are telling me, say Floyd Green, we talk about him help the fisher folks them. Well,
Andre, they are purposefully sabotaging Waul Harbour South. I even heard on the TV that the Sandals Foundation, right? The Sandals Foundation got 127 rolls of wire. And can you imagine, Waul Harbour Fishing Village and Rocky Point were the two that were hit the hardest. Right? They have a pretty large fishing village also, you know. But they are mainly like a point where fishermen move from. They don't really, even though they may have more fisher folk there, but a lot of our fisher folk also fish from there also, you know. Right? And the Sandals Foundation gave out 127 rolls of wire through the ministry, and they gave all of it out in Clarendon. Not one roll of that wire came to Waul Harbour South. Not even one roll. And I'm saying, what is this about? Is it that I'm saying that you don't want to give it to me to give it to the people? At least come down there, have a transparent process, and give it to them. You don't have to give me to give them.
It must be given to you. You are the duly elected councillor for the division.
True. But as I say, I'd rather take the politics out of it and give it to the people. But rightfully it should come through me, you know. But I'd rather them suffer me than suffer the people. I tell you, Andre. I tell you that 100%.
My God. So in victimizing the residents.
100% victimization. During Hurricane Beryl, the Member of Parliament got $20 million to spend within the constituency. The councillor was promised $500,000 and up to now I don't see it. Right? Up to now. And I would think that the Member of Parliament, he being the one in charge, the leader, he should be able to take up his phone and say, Dr. Waul, what is going on there in Waul Harbour Bay? What do you need any assistance? That $20 million that should have been shared equally among all 4 divisions.
20 million, everybody must get 5. All of the council them get 5 million.
At least $5 million should be spent in each division. And you can. I invite anybody from Waul Harbour South now to call in and tell me if they saw where the Member of Parliament spent even $1 within the division.
So even the victims of Beryl were a casualty of this man.
Right. So when he said that he would not allow a PNP councillor to spend the money, this is what I'm talking about. These are the things. I'm being victimized by the ministry and by the Member of Parliament.
So how are you surviving to reach out to the constituents and to service the
people? I tell you, Andre, when the hurricane blew and I walked and it was close to the back to school period. And when I saw the devastation that took place and the the number of pots that were destroyed. The community depends on fishing.
Yes.
Depends. There are more than nearly 2,000 registered fishermen in Waul South, you know. So
really?
you can fishing runs deep. Yes, fishing runs deep. That is the lifeblood of the community. I had to take money out of my pocket and go down to Tankwell and buy 80 rolls of wire, right? And say I could not allow August and September to come and the fishermen weren't up and running again, because Monday morning coming to be weeping and moaning, no child would be going back to school. And they came down there and wrote down names. And I don't know if they give it to behind my back, but if they did, well, but I should know about it. I have not heard of one fisherman getting anything through the Ministry of Agriculture, Mining and Fisheries. Not one.
No, sir. No, sir.
And on top of that, Andre, let me tell you one more thing. The Spark program, right? The Spark program is to be, whatever funds are given, are to be divided among all the divisions. The member of parliament, he held his consultation and I was not invited. I was only driving past and say, what these whole heap of cars doing out here? And when I look, big level banner put up Spark, and it was about to end. So I just say, you know what? This is a big disrespect. I'm not going to go over there and create any scene. But the Spark program is for all 4 divisions. I was not invited to the consultation. I submitted my 4 roads and I have not heard anything. The Ministry of Local Government is saying that the member of parliaments will be totally responsible based on what I'm hearing. But I should have been invited to that consultation session, because we have many roads in Waul South that have not been fixed for the 20 odd years he has been member of parliament, and he's telling the residents there that he's not going to fix it because they are not a great voting community. And I don't want to look at it that way. If there's a need within the community, I want to help those people. If you look at areas like Belmont Park,
because it's not a great voting community.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of people who vote around there.
So it's not the casualty of the people up in church.
In Bushy Park, well, those people him write off some of them as PMP. So you know, and so he will not do anything quickly around there. The last time they had a problem with that said bridge, I think a couple of people went out and protested, and he came on national TV and said that because they protested, it would take 3 additional years to fix the road because of that, because of their... I tell you, you won't understand, you know.
The background master said because them demonstrate.
It was going to take 3 additional years. That's why you see the people are so, right now, they are doing their best. They are very resourceful, very innovative. You know, the first time the hurricane come, they had that bridge up and running in less than a week. And see, it is less than a week again, they put it back up. But they are like that. You know, they are not a set of people like to complain. But as you know, one day they may not be able to handle all the stress that they are undergoing right now. And they, you know, as they say, the straw that breaks the camel's back.
So approximately how many people live in that community?
Well, the community, where you see the bridges, you know, the bridges within the community. So that bridge is basically accessed by, I would say, a couple of thousand people who go back and forth. You understand? Because that bridge basically divides the community of Bushy Park. You understand? So it's not like everything beyond the bridge is one community and everything before the bridge is one big community, and the bridge separated. You have people going across to see family, people coming back across, people leaving to go to school, people from one side going to look for their grandparents. You know, so it's a bridge that is used.
People can't drive on that bridge. So what is the...
No, the alternative route is a farming road, and it's very lonely. right? It has only high tension where it's traveling along that road. So the authorities say that they're unable to put up street lights right now as it is. And the road is very poor. Most of the people there, they drive cars, and you know, driving a car on that road every day, you're asking for trouble. Probably by the end of the week, you're going to be trying to fix up at the front end and all of that. So it's very, very tough on them, especially for the people who drive. For the people who walk, it's a bit easier because before that bridge, they had to pay $500 to $1,000 for a taxi to come around the alternative route. Now they can just go across and the taxis are there waiting.
So we identify the sabotage.
Yes, big sabotage. Big.
We identify that the people at Church Pen and Bushy Park are being marginalized by a bridge because them demonstrating so they not get the bridge till 3 years' time.
No, that was a previous incident, you know. Not for this one. Not for this one. That's why you see that right now they are not too eager to demonstrate because of what happened the last time. And there's also another bridge in Spring Village too that has been down for 2 years.
So it's not one bridge. So you're telling me that there's other bridge in Field?
There's another bridge in Southwest St. Catherine that has been down. Luckily for those people, the Jamaica Boilers processing plant is in that community. So they have been helping out a lot. They have even put down $60 million from the outset. They have set aside $60 million. And up to now, the government and the member of parliament are not making use of this money. And the bridge that was there, it was damaged 2 years ago. So vehicles could not pass through, but people could still walk across. But when Raphael came, Raphael just washed it away. But luckily, these people, they have the Jamaica Boilers Group. The Jamaica Boilers Group saw what was going to happen and they built a bridge preemptively and they opened it right after the Raphael passed. So people are able to walk across, but people who drive still have to go a very long route. The road is very bad. Market, they are trying to fix the road now, but the road has been very bad for the past 2 years. A lot of dust nuisance. People in the Nightingale Grove farm communities, they have to, if you drive past some of their yards, it's white with marl dust. Market, the National Works Agency, they have been working on the road for the past 4 months or so. The work is a bit slow, I would say, because of the rains and things, but you know, it has been 2 years of sufferation for those people too.
Stay tuned for more PDTV News Evening Highlights. Remember to show your support. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.